staple gun works fine, but I think it's going to be better for applications for foam that's already covered, not just the bare foam, because it just seems when the staple go in, it's just too, it opens up a hole that's too big. So I'm going to try these as well. And I also went out and went ahead and picked up a couple of the small staplers, because like I said, I have a million staples, so it just makes sense to use what I have. And these they held pretty good on the regular foam, on the PP, Pink Panther, so it should do all right with these, no more than what I'm gonna use it for. But first, I want to try these clamps because I picked them up and they will be reusable. I do believe this will be my 6th bottle. Oh yeah, the sun is going down. It's getting a little shady, but right there is the paint I was talking about. I picked up from WM. The interior was $5 a gallon, and the exterior was $6.50 a gallon. But now they're going off special, so they're back up to $20, $25 a gallon. I don't know. To keep from making such a mess, I'm just do one side at a time, let that side dry, then do the other side and the edges. One other thing about these clamps, you can start to remove them if you see they're buckling up an area. As you get it wet, this will stick to itself pretty good. Just make sure you get the corners and your edges, and you can, like I said, remove the clamps as you go. As I think about it, one side at a time probably works out better anyway, because once this side dry, I can pull the edges and stuff without wrinkling or creasing this side and get it nice and snug. Although you don't want to pull it tight, you just want to pull whatever wrinkles and creases out of it that you can. And doing one side at a time, most of my edges I'm going to cut around, because that's going to be contact where the glue is. So I'm going to want to make sure the edges, more than anything, the edges are laying flat. For the most part, like I said, I'm going to be trimming around the edges anyway. Okay, these are the bases for my shelves for the speaker area. Now really the only edge I need covered on this one is the front edge. Side edges and the back edges will be Gorilla Glued or PL300 into place. So for now, I did want to do the ceiling in black, but like I said, I decided to use that black since it's exterior as well for the trim outside. So I'm just putting a little coat, a touch-up coat of the color that I'm using now on the ceiling, and that's just going to be for blending color. I'm not going to paint this part because that's where I'm going to put my glue and glue the foam to the beam directly instead of on a layer of paint. I've cut the shelves out for my speaker enclosures and they're drying now, so once they are done I'll frame those up, and hopefully by then I'm gonna go ahead and coat. I have, as you know, most of the shelf screen. I'm gonna go ahead and screen the walls for the restroom area, then I will take it from there. But at the moment I need to go and put this phone up on the charger, so I'm gonna finish the ceiling off and decide what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna use some of that regular like fiberglass for it, or if I have enough of these boards, I would like to put those up there instead. And that's how that is coming along. And I want to put the walls up, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and get the ceiling in place, the insulation in it, before I put the walls up, because I think I'm gonna make those the height, instead of making them all the way up to the roof to the rafters. I'm gonna just put them right at the ceiling. So I'm gonna fill this part in with insulation. I'm gonna use these parts, these pieces the same way I did with the floor, and I have scrap pieces to use as well, whole scrap pieces to use. And I was gonna fill it with this type of insulation, but I'm gonna just stuff that in the back corner and then use as much of this and many of these pieces in the scrap as I can. And this measures about 57.5. Except the rear falls just short at 57. It's a little taper after about 13.5 inches. And I will also be using this 1/2 inch for the ceiling. And I don't know if you can, yeah, that part back there in the rear. I stuffed some of that soft regular insulation stuff in the back corner, that back edge, that furthest back edge, that little gap, and I'm gonna fill the rest in like I did that part there. But I figure I need to see what my boards are gonna meet before I cut any more of them. I'm gonna start from the rear because I want the shower port. There's gonna be somewhere, some area where there's gonna be a little seam, and I'd rather have this end completely enclosed instead of having a seal here. Although I do believe the Gorilla Glue will seal it good, I'd rather just have one whole piece for the ceiling here. I'm going to cut another joist in here. This is my 4-foot mark, and I'd rather have it, rather cut a spot in for the joist instead of just attaching it to the ceiling, because if I cut it in, that's going to give me more strength and more support from the wall instead of just sticking it up there and just adding extra weight. At least if I cut it in, like I said, that's going to give me support. Yeah, at the end, after it's all said and done, there will be like a 6-inch gap that I have to probably put another joist in here just to catch it. Which middle way, close to middle way, and at the beginning will be more support, so I'll be happy with that. Now to trim back the boards, smooth it out so I can get it fitted in. So I have that first one in place, and it should be, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut the one that's gonna go here, and that's how the boards are coming along in the ceiling. I have enough, actually have enough to where I don't have to use those joint pieces. But I'm gonna get this one here cut, the holes cut out, the board in place, glue it up, and I'm gonna call it a day break. Whenever you're not using the Gorilla Glue, make sure you have the cap on it. And the reason I'm saying that, I forgot to put the cap on this one for about 30 minutes, and it's about stiff. So I'm gonna let this here sit in place, and time to get some rest.